welcome to today's video. If you have not been following along or you're just dropping into my channel, this is your first video, I just got back from Europe. I went with my family on essentially a European tour. We went to 4 different countries, 6 different cities, and it was just such a great experience. It was very fast paced, but we did get to experience a lot. And one of the things that's been on my bucket list for years in particular has been, well, to go to Paris. I'd never been to Paris, so getting to go for the first time was really amazing. We only got a day and a half there, but I did still get to check something off of my Parisian bucket list, which was luxury shopping on the Champs-Elysees. It was such a great day. We had such an amazing time perusing the shops and actually getting to purchase a few things. And as I'm sure you guys have guessed, I had full plans to purchase a purse while I was in Paris, and I was trying to decide between two. I was gonna go with either a Celine bag or a Louis Vuitton bag, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I did end up going with a Louis Vuitton bag. The main reason was because this bag is a bag that I have wanted for 5 years, 5+ years, something like that. It's one of the first Louis Vuitton bags I ever wanted, and when I first started purchasing luxury bags, this bag was really hard to find for Louis Vuitton. They have it stocked right now. I don't know for how long. I feel like with Louis Vuitton, as far as like their more classic styles go, like the Neverfull, the Speedies, that kind of stuff, they kind of like rotate them as far as availability goes, and I just noticed that they started stocking this one a lot more frequently over the last year or so. So I just kind of decided, since we were in Paris and I'd wanted this bag for so long, it was the one to go with. I'll get the Celine one at a later date. But yeah, I also thought it would be an incredible story for this bag that I've wanted for years and years, to say that I finally purchased it when I was in Paris. So anyways, I have it sitting here right next to me. If you saw the vlogs, you already know which bag it was, but this is gonna be like my official unboxing. I wanted to like fully walk you guys through the bag, everything that came with it, and then I'm also gonna be doing a breakdown of what I saved purchasing it in Paris versus purchasing it here in the US. And then I'm also gonna walk you guys through my experience with the VAT refund and about how much I'm getting back from this bag from that as well. But anyways, if you are new to my channel, I just want to welcome you really quick. My name is Sarah. I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I would love it if you would subscribe, and then also if you haven't already, go check out those Europe vlogs. I will link the Paris one right here. That one was a really amazing vlog. And for everyone watching, as always, please make sure to like this video and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any questions about my experience purchasing a luxury bag in Europe, or about the VAT process, or about my bag in particular. I'll try to make sure to get to as many of your questions as I can. Also too, I am gonna eventually do, probably in like a couple months from now, after I've used the bag for a little while, I'm gonna do a what's in my purse with this bag to show you guys exactly how much it fits comfortably. And then in that video too, I'll also do an official review of the bag. So if you guys want to see that upcoming, make sure that you're subscribed. But anyways, okay, I think we'll start out with unboxing the bag, then I'll go through like the purchase and the breakdown. So I purchased it at the Louis Vuitton on the Champs-Elysees, which was right next to the Louis Vuitton hotel as well, which was so cool to see. It's still under construction, we couldn't go in, but the outside is like absolutely incredible. But this Louis Vuitton store is like 3 stories. It's insane. We walked all the levels because we were all getting different things. I knew I wanted a bag, that's all on the first level, but Trevor was trying to decide between, I think, like shoes or a belt, and then my sister wanted to look at shoes and belts as well. We also wanted to look at fragrances, jewelry, things like that. So we walked the whole store. It's a massive store. What I showed you guys in the vlog was just like the tip of the iceberg. I didn't want to film too much in there. I will say I definitely felt more comfortable filming in Louis Vuitton versus filming in Celine. Celine, it was just like a more intimate experience, and I know a lot of luxury shops prefer that you don't film in there, so I was only like grabbing a few quick clips in Celine. But in Louis, I think I got a little bit more just because it was so busy. There were so many other tourists taking videos and stuff as well, so I was a little bit more comfortable in there, but I still also wanted to like be respectful and not be over the top filming in there. I knew immediately which bag I wanted. The only thing that I had to kind of shop for with this bag was which like pattern I wanted to go with. I was trying to decide between the monogram and the damier. I did think about getting the Ebene leather version of this bag because it was only 100 euros more, but I decided to go with the classic. I went with the monogram. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And also too, I like the monogram colorway just because it can transition seasons very easily. It's light enough you can wear it in the summer and spring, but it still has like the deeper brown, so that works in the winter and the fall. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. So it did come with a bag. The bag got thrashed when we were traveling and transferring 6 cities. So we just threw the bag away by the end of the trip because I do have other Louis Vuitton shopping bags. I was like, I don't need to keep this one as well. But I did want to make sure that the box made it back. So I made sure when I packed that I would have enough room for a purse box, depending on which purse I got. And the Louis did end up fitting with the space that I had saved for it. So it comes wrapped just like how it would here in the US. They don't necessarily do anything special for Paris in particular. Classic box, classic colors with the ribbon and the card in the front. I can't remember what's on this card. It's been a little while since I purchased a Louis. Nope, it's just blank. It's just a blank little note card. I wonder if it's like if you want to like label which box is which for your different purses. She folds open like so, and there it is. First thing in here is gonna be the lock. The lock isn't in here. It's already on the bag because I was using the bag in Paris already. But in here I do always keep the keys for the lock in case for some reason I want to take the lock off of my purse, which is very rare. I don't think I've ever taken the lock off of any of my purses. Keep in mind, not every single Louis Vuitton bag comes with a lock. My Speedy came with a lock, but my No Way didn't. And then my sister got, I think it's, the style is the Clooney, but she got it in the limited edition denim, but that one didn't come with a lock. She was a little bit bummed over that. So it comes with the dust bag, of course, and then I ended up getting the Alma BB. Like I said, this bag has been on my Louis Vuitton wish list in my head for the last 5 years, ever since I purchased my first Louis Vuitton. This would have been my first Louis Vuitton bag I ever purchased if it was available when I went to go make that purchase. I ended up getting the No Way instead, but I'm so glad that I'm finally welcoming her into my collection. It's been a long time coming. I'm very, very happy with my purchase. So it's a little bit of like a mini bowler bag. And fun fact, my sister, who is my big sister, she has the Alma PM, which is the bigger size of this. So we have like the big sister, little sister versions of this bag, which is really cute. But again, I got it in the classic monograms. So beautiful. Then we have the gold hardware, and then we have the lighter leather finishes on the bottom and on the handle, and then also on the crossbody strap that it comes with. And then on this one, they finished the edges with a red, and then on the bottom it does have the feet so that the bag's a little bit lifted when you have it on a surface. And as always with Louis Vuitton bags, this leather should darken as I use it. And then, like I said, we do have the lock. I went ahead and popped it on. Again, I don't see a particular reason why I would ever remove it. And then for the zipper here, it's got the LV finishes on both sides. I like to have mine zipped here at the top so that I can easily open it and just open it a little bit if I want, or open it all the way. I will say, so far after using this bag in Europe, it's actually very roomy. I can actually fit a decent amount in it, but that is what it looks like inside. It's actually pretty deep and it's pretty wide at the bottom. The only thing is, like, as I start filling it up, obviously if I want to maintain the shape, I have to be cognizant not to put too much here at the top, or else it's gonna like buckle and stuff. And then it has one little pocket here on the side for anything I want to keep secure. But yeah, I love this purse. This purse is absolute perfection. There's a reason why it would have been my first bag had it been available. I love this because you can wear it 2 different ways. Please don't mind my running shorts. The 2 different ways to wear it is actually why I decided to go with it over the Celine that I wanted. The Celine I could have only worn one way, which is over the shoulder, but with the Alma I can kind of dress it up by holding it by the handles like a little satchel on the crook of my arm. It makes it a little bit more elevated. And then if I'm going a little bit more casual, I'm running errands with it, I have the crossbody, and it just sits kind of at the perfect height. I can reach for whatever I need. So yeah, very, very happy with this purchase. No regrets getting this over the Celine bag I wanted. Like I said, I'll get that at a later date. That bag is always available, but this one I've seen go in and out so many times that I was just like, you know, we're gonna get it, or in Paris it's available, I want it now. So she's beautiful. I love her. She's amazing. So breaking down the pricing of getting this versus getting it in the US. So the Louis Vuitton Alma BB in the US for the monogram is currently $18.20. But in Europe, it is $15.50 euros. So that's already a huge saving. $15.50 euros, euro to USD. So $15.50 euros is $16.57 and 68 cents in US dollars. So with the Alma BB here retailing for $18.20 and it costing roughly $16.57, 68 US dollars, I saved $162.32. So a little over $150 off of this bag. And then add in the VAT. So I did see on our forms, we did have to turn them in to get the VAT refund. Trevor and I purchased the bag and his belt at the same time. So I think the total for that was about $240. And then we estimated that about $160 of that was towards my bag. So with about $160 going towards my bag as far as the return goes, once I get that return, I saved a total of $322.32 on this bag. In US would put this bag at roughly $14.97.68. So that's a huge savings. If you have the opportunity to luxury shop in Paris or in any of the European countries, definitely do that. I will say too, this is not the only designer purchase that I made. I did actually purchase something at Celine for my dog. If you missed that, yeah, I did purchase something at Celine for my dog. And then I actually also ended up making a designer purchase in Italy as well. I will do a separate video on those. I'm gonna do like a full-on everything I got in Europe haul. So those will be in there. I'll do the breakdown for those in that video. I will say the item that I got in Italy was probably the biggest savings of all. That particular item was on sale in Italy, so I got the sale price on top of it being in euros and then the VAT. It was insane. When I went to go look at the price of that item in the US, like my jaw dropped at how much I had saved. It was nuts. It was almost as much as I'd saved on this, and it's a much smaller item. But anyways, yeah, that is the breakdown of the savings. Now, as far as the process, oh my god, of doing the VAT refund. So first off, when you are designer shopping, make sure to have your passport on you. Some people say that you can get away with just bringing a copy of your passport. I say be safe and just have your passport on you, because they do need to take down your information, your passport number, all of that stuff. So yeah, when you make the purchase, they'll know that you're traveling. They'll ask you right away, do you want to do the VAT refund for this? Of course you're gonna say yes, because you're gonna try to get as much money back as you can, because you don't have to pay that VAT tax as someone who doesn't live there. When they ring you up, they're also gonna fill out the paperwork for the VAT refund. They're gonna take your information from your passport, and then they're gonna give you some paperwork for you to take to the airport. Now for us, we just kind of had to hang on to it because we purchased in Paris, but we flew out of Italy. So just make sure to hang on to that paperwork. Heads up, if you are going to Switzerland, they are not part of the EU. So if you make any purchase in Switzerland and then you're gonna go to Europe, you need to do their VAT refund in Switzerland before you leave. We didn't make any purchases big enough in Switzerland to have to do that, but just an FYI. We had to process our VAT refund at the Rome airport, and I will tell you right away, that was an absolute nightmare. We were told by our tour guide, which if you've seen my Europe Q&A, you know why I have a tone. She told us that we would have to do our VAT refund before we checked in for our flight. So we went straight to Global Blue, which was the VAT refund that we had for Paris. And they basically immediately told us, no, you have to get a stamp from passport control, which we were asking them, where is that? At what point do we do that? Because we were told we have to do this before we check in, and they were like, no, it's gonna be after. So it was just very confusing. Then they like tried to entice us by being like, there's gonna be no line after check-in at the Global Blue there, and we were like, okay, sure, whatever. So we finally figured it out. It was confusing though, because my Italy purchase I had to do before I checked in at the first place that we tried to go to. So I did that, and then the Paris purchases were after we checked in. So after check-in and passport control, there is a VAT refund center that has Global Blue and all of that stuff. And it was confusing because our envelope said Global Blue, but because we made our purchases in Paris and we were in Italy, we actually had to go to customs, which is right next to it. It wasn't far, but it was just annoying because we waited in one line only to be told like, oh, you didn't have to wait in this line at all. You could go straight over here. So that was annoying. But anyways, once we finally figured out where we were going, which was to customs, I think it's Dagny or Dagna or something. I think I'll have clips or photos or something on the screen here. That part was very easy. We just gave them our paperwork and our passport. They stamped the forms, and then you put the forms back in the envelope that you got, seal it, and then there's like a few mailboxes. You drop it in the mailbox that you need. If you're Global Blue, you drop it in that one, and then there's like a couple other ones. So you drop it in there, and that's the end of it, and then they will process your VAT refund. My Italy one came in first just because I was in Italy, and that one was like so easy to process. We've been home for a couple days, and I actually already got that one back. I think I got it back yesterday, but my Celine one is still processing. And then I believe for Trevor, because we did the Louis Vuitton purchase under Trevor's passport, so he has access to that one. He said that one is still processing as well. If you pay with card and then you ask to be refunded on your card, that is going to be a lot faster than asking for cash, because they have to send a check, and that can take a couple weeks. So I would definitely recommend opting for a credit back instead of a cash back on your VAT refund. It's just going to process so much faster, and it's going to be a lot easier. Also too, I forgot to mention, when we were purchasing our items, make sure that when you go to like purchase on your card, you purchase in euros. Do not have them convert it to dollars, because that's going to be an extra conversion fee. And then especially if you're like us and you're purchasing on a credit card that does not have a foreign transaction fee, you don't want to like have to then pay a fee for them to transfer it into US dollars. So just pay it in euros. Don't select US dollars, so you can save a little bit more. And then as far as whether or not we had to pay customs on the way in, because technically you're supposed to pay customs for anything that you purchase over $800 when you're coming back into the US. And if you do the VAT refund, that will automatically be on record for you and you will have to declare that at customs. We did it the straight way. We told them that we made designer purchases when we were at customs and no one charged us. So I've always heard it's like 50-50 on if you're gonna get charged at customs. I think it's about like 2 or 3% of anything over 800 you would get charged for. But for the most part, I've heard if you're honest about it and everything's declared, they'll just wave you through. They're not gonna give you the fee. They're just trying to catch people who are trying to like sneak through. So just be honest and declare whatever you purchased. And I'm not gonna say that you're not gonna get a fee, but you have a better chance of not getting a fee if you're honest. So yeah, we did not have to pay a customs fee on this coming back in. So really big savings on this bag. I'm very, very happy with it. If ever I go back to Paris, I will definitely be purchasing more designer items. If any of my friends are going to Paris, let me know because I might ask you to purchase something for me. I'll Venmo you. But yeah, highly recommend getting your designer items in Europe because the US dollar is pretty much equivalent to the euro right now. I think €1 equals $1.07 right now US. So it's very, very, very close. So you can save a lot of money getting your designer purchase in Europe and then also doing that VAT refund. All right, you guys, well, that is gonna be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it was informative for you. If you are thinking of going to Europe and purchasing any designer items, I hope that breakdown was helpful. I also hope that the breakdown for the VAT refund was helpful as well. I know that in particular, I was very, very confused on it. So I wanted to make it as clear as possible for you guys to help anyone out who's been wondering about that. But as always, if you guys have any questions that I didn't answer about my shopping experience, the savings, the VAT refund, any questions about this bag in particular, make sure to leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to also like this video and subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and also make sure to check out all of my Europe vlogs. But anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you very soon again in the next video. Bye.